Tesla Model Y review. But before we start, please support us by pressing the like and subscribe buttons, so that we can continue to provide information about car and motorcycle news. Also turn on the bell button to get the latest updates. Your support means a lot to us. Thank you.
It completes Tesla's core lineup of S, 3, X, Y models. Ford wouldn't release the Model E name it owns, and is effectively a crossover version of the Model 3 Junior Saloon.
It will understandably cost a few grand more, with UK prices starting at £54,990, and deliveries are due to commence early next year. It's bigger than the Model 3, only by 50mm in length, so it's 4.75 meters long, but a full 181mm in height. Just 27mm of that goes into increasing the ground clearance to 167mm, so the body height is stretched by more than 150mm, which should do headroom a favor. How to describe the looks? I won't dwell too long, because you can make your own mind up, but a videographer colleague described it as looking like a generic car you would nick in the Grand Theft Auto video game that's sort of meant to look like something else but doesn't quite do so. Or maybe one from an insurance advert where they take a real car and digitally remove its most distinguishable features. Maybe we're still getting used to a grille-less future. Among Tesla owners, it turns a few heads, mind. At launch, there will be two versions, both with two motors and thus four-wheel drive. The slower model is the long-range tested here. It has a motor on the rear axle and a less powerful motor at the front, giving a combined 434 bhp, which is good for a 0 to 62 miles per hour time of 5.0 seconds and a top speed of 133 miles per hour. Then there's the performance version with a 483 bhp total and an exceptionally whizzy 3.7 second 0 to 62 miles per hour time. Some people might say that you don't really need a mid-size SUV with that kind of stomach-warping acceleration, and they would probably be right. But the truth is that if you want to regenerate large amounts of power under deceleration, and you will, because that's quite an efficient thing to do, you need quite a capable motor generator to do it. So you're basically getting the acceleration as a byproduct of the regeneration capacity. The acceleration, top speed and indeed range figures for the Model Y are all down a bit over the respective Model 3 variants, which is partly a reflection of the crossover's increased curb weight, 2,003 kilograms, and probably even more its greater frontal area, because aerodynamics are so crucial to a car in motion. It's still competitively leggy, though, scoring 315 miles on the WLTP test cycle, which might even turn out to be longer at some point. Tesla doesn't publish its battery sizes, but word is that this Model Y has around 75 kilowatt-hours of usable capacity out of a total of 79 kilowatt-hours. It can be charged at rates of up to 250 kilowatts by a DC rapid charger and at up to 11 kilowatts by an AC one, via a plug port on the rear left corner. The battery pack sits low between the wheels, which are suspended by double wishbones at the front and a multi-link setup at the rear, with coil springs and non-adaptive dampers. Those wheels are 19 inches diameter as standard, or you can specify our test car's rather natty 20 inches induction items, shod with 255/40 profile Michelin Pilot Sport F tires. Because of the nature of its architecture, the Model Y offers a lot of luggage space. There's a 117-liter front, or fruit, or just boot, or whatever, under the bonnet and an 854-liter boot at the back, with more underfloor space than in the Model 3, because the floor is higher. There's a cubby beneath that you would likely use for storing the charging cables. Fold the rear seats forward and add up oddment storage, of which there's plenty, and you end up with 2,100 liters of cargo space. At the moment, all Model Ys for the UK are 5-seaters. There's a 7-seat option elsewhere, but no word yet on when that will arrive here. The extra body height does indeed give great headroom. There's a huge non-opening sunroof, too, and a relatively low window line that makes for an airy cabin. There's a strip of light-colored matte wood around the front of the dashboard, some brushed aluminium, and the same silvered plastics as those fitted to the latest Model 3, lighter and less markable than piano black plastic. Critiquing the quality of the switchgear is a toughie, because there's hardly any of it. If the mechanicals of the Model Y will be familiar to Model 3 drivers, likewise will be its driving environment. It has an exceptionally clean cabin that, apart from door switches, window switches, 2 column stalks and 2 multifunction dials on the steering wheel, has everything delegated to the 15 inches landscape-orientated touchscreen on the center of the dashboard. From displaying the car's speed to opening the glove box, it's all here. And if you think that sounds like Tesla is asking one screen to accommodate rather a lot, you would be right.
Thanks for watching.
Drop a like, leave a comment,
And don't forget to subscribe to watch more videos like this.